Tom Thumb. There was once a little boy called Tom Thumb. He was so tiny that he was only as big as his father's thumb, so he slept in a walnut shell. His family were very poor. As Tom grew by, everywhere he went, people asked his father if they could buy Tom because they could earn a lot of money by putting him on show at fairs and at circuses. But Tom's father wouldn't agree to this. So, one day, two men said that they would give Tom's father 2 gold coins if he would give Tom to them. Tom whispered to his father, "Sell me to them. We need the gold coins. I will escape and come back home." So Tom's father agreed. While the two men were talking about where they should go first, Tom climbed up into a big tree nearby and hid in a bird's nest. The two men were very cross when they saw that he had gone, and they went away, leaving Tom in the nest. Tom was just climbing down out of the tree when he heard two thieves talking about stealing the king's jewels. Then he called out, "I can help you steal the king's jewels. Take me with you." The thieves agreed and they went to the king's castle. When they reached the castle, the Tom climbed between the bars of the jewel house by a window. There were lots of sparkling jewels. Then he began to shout at the top of his voice, so loudly that the guards were sure to hear him. Soon the guards were running to the jewel house. The thieves ran away, and Tom Thumb told the guards what had happened. Then the Prime Minister came and said that the king wanted to see the little boy who had saved his jewels from the thieves. So the king said, "Well done. You have stopped the thieves from stealing my jewels. Sit here by my side and tell me about yourself." Tom told the king all about where he lived and how poor his family were. The king listened and nodded his head. The king nodded his head gracefully while listening the story of poor Tom and his poor family. "You shall have a reward which you can take to your mother and father, but promise that you will come back to the court," he said. Tom agreed by the king saying. Tom promised the king and set off for his father's house with the 10 gold pieces which the king had given him as a reward, and a brand new suit of clothes that the king had given him. The gold pieces were very heavy, and on his way home, Tom was really very tired. Tom was so sleepy that he could not prevent his eyes from closing. He was so tired that he lay down among some soft rushes by the side of a stream and fell asleep. It was very dark when he woke up. Tom realized that he had been swallowed up by a big fish and was now sitting inside the fish's stomach. With the gold pieces still in his purse, Tom got really scared. Tom was missing his father, who saved him from all the people and from all the evils of the world. But it was not too long to be for Tom in this fish's stomach. "What am I to do now?" he thought. "This is a pretty pickle." Luckily, he didn't worry for too long. Very soon the fish was caught, and when it was cut open to be cooked, out stamped Tom. He was in his mother's kitchen. He got really happy and excited because he wanted to come here. His mother and father were very pleased to see him. Tom gave them the gold that the king had given him and told them what had happened. They were very proud of their little son Tom. What happened next was, "I promised the king I would go back to his court," said Tom, although they were sad to see him go. Tom's mother and father knew that promises must be kept, so his mother made Tom an umbrella of thistle down. They didn't want their little son to be caught up by the fish or he could be in big problems, but they sent him and with Tom holding it tightly, the umbrella, she blew him towards the king's castle. When Tom arrived, everyone was very pleased to see him. And when the king was told, he got very overjoyed by listening Tom is here. The king made Tom a knight and ordered a gold table and chair to be made for the little man so that he could eat his meals on the king's table, and there he lived happily ever after and got no many problems in his life ahead. This was the story. The end.